Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Seth Miranda. I'm a pro photographer here in New York. This is my studio in Manhattan. You probably already know this stuff if you're watching this particular video because this is not a major video. I just couldn't do it in a 1 minute short. I tried, I failed, and I didn't even think this was a topic, but while I got some good window light, let's just get this going. I'm getting this question a lot, especially after the trade shows I just did, Imaging USA, WPI, some other ones. And I guess after you're doing a demo, people come up and ask like, well, what is that stuff you're using all the time? Well, what they're asking this time is what tools do I have on me all the time? I guess I keep on pulling things out on the fly to tighten something or whatever. And there's a lot of options out there as far as multi-tools, what you can travel with, what you can't, what is probably more optimal to have on you for what we do rather than something else. And this is just my choice of what I have on me. And here in New York, I'm obviously carrying different stuff than when I would if I was out there traveling. So I'm gonna literally pull out of my pockets as we go. And you can let me know down below what tools you're in favor of. There's so many options and there's so many different variables and configurations out there. So let's just get into this. Most of the stuff I carry on me are actually knives, so you actually won't see this stuff on me when I'm abroad or whatever. I'll go into that in a second, but let's start off with the number one, right? I carry a Leatherman Sidekick, and there's also a Leatherman Wingman, and the big difference is that they're identical except for the Wingman will have actual serrations on the blade here. This one, however, has a full-on dedicated saw blade, which I find super useful because the first thing to chip away on a blade is either the tip or serrations, and then the knife just gets beat up and blah, blah, blah. And until you actually replace the entire blade, you're kind of out of luck on that one, right? If you're cutting a lot of cord, cable, your rope, all that kind of stuff, it's really nice to have just a dedicated saw blade that you can beat up as you want and still have a knife that's real nice and clean that you can pull out when you're really fast. But of course, everything is about needle nose pliers and having screwdrivers on me, and everything else is just kind of like gravy after that. So this is a go-to for me here when I'm home. When I fly, I use a way smaller, way lighter version that's all black that only has screwdrivers and a knife and just the needle nose pliers. And it's a lot lighter and it's not very blingy like this, so I don't get a lot of attention, which is what I want because I don't know how authorities are anywhere else. So I just want to be left alone and just kind of get to where I got to go and do what I got to do, right? So those are my those are my main picks for multi-tools. And I've had plenty of them over the years. And some of them I feel are even better than this one, but they're either like way heavy or they have like a rust thing going on, or there's tools I never used, or they're super expensive. And if I lose them, I'm like really, really pissed off. So that is where I lie as far as my everyday multi-tool. However, the other thing I carry, which is probably the one that people give me the most like side eye for, like, what are you doing? Is this Piranta knife. This is a 60XT scalpel. This is primarily used for autopsies, and it's super useful because it's very, very precise and super, super sharp, but because it's stainless steel, it's fallible to being dull, and you can pull the blade right off and then replace it. So I don't have to worry about dulling this and going, I don't want to use it so much, or the fact that it's super flexible and can snap or whatever. It's not meant for anything except precision cutting, but it has enough surface area for the blade to really do what I need to do. I mean, cutting, cookies out or doing some sort of gel work or something stencil wise, like this is a super, super useful knife for me. And it feels like I have nothing on me. It's very, very light, very, very flat. And I keep it in my back pocket just flat, and it's super nice like that. Although, that is the knife that I think could give people the most heebie-jeebies when I'm walking around with it, and I totally get that. But you have the Leatherman with the built-in knife, which is a good quick go-to. I have the Piranta for that precision stuff, but I don't think it's durable enough to do something like really hardcore with it. So I carry this on me as a money clip, actually. This is a little tiny Gerber that actually has a utility blade right in it. So it's very bare bones, very, very small. And again, it's my money clip. I keep my money well guarded, But this is the one I'll use if I got to start cutting boxes, if I got to start cutting background paper, if I need something cut up in volume that I know is going to beat the hell out of my knife. This is the knife I go to, and I don't even think about it because just a regular utility blade can get anywhere. The 60XT scalpel blade, a little harder to find out there, but I can go to any hardware store and I'm back in business if this gets dull. I can also, like any utility knife, just flip the knife around and get a second edge out of it if I needed to. So it's super useful in that regard. And it's the knife I probably hand people when they ask me for something to do something with, like, here, take this one. I don't want them to give them my multi-tool, and I don't want to give them my scalpel, right? The other tool that I carry on me all the time is really inconspicuous, but I use it like crazy. It's actually just a skate tool. It's on my keychain, and there's a lot of different versions of this, and I keep going through them. I do not have like a set brand I go to. Leatherman used to actually make one, which was awesome, but they stopped making it. And they are usually made out of like some metal that'll crack, or they're die cast. So watch what they're made and how they're made, because it's a matter of will it snap on you when you're actually using it. But what's cool about this is that it actually has box wrenches all over it, so that I can tighten nuts on like a travel stand or something. I'll put a link to my travel stand video down below, but this is a super helpful tool, especially when you're just trying to do something, just get a little more tight, a little more stable, something out there that you don't want to carry a whole set of wrenches for. You got it right there, and it's my keychain. The other thing on my keychain that I keep is some of these fake keys that are actually tools. I can count on my hand how many times I've actually used it, but they give you little micro screwdrivers, they give you little things that can be helpful, and it can't hurt, and I don't really even notice I have it on me because I have like these janitor keys going on here. And then like the last, oh, and you know, another one. So different various types of them. I don't even realize I have them on me, but I always know in the back of my head, I got a tool somewhere on me that can do something, right? The other thing I keep in my keychains is this thing, which was actually a promotional tool from Lite. They just stamped these out and started giving them out at trade shows, and they're just to tighten a tripod. So just like the quick release plate on a tripod, boom, boom, boom. If I don't have a quarter on me, I always have this. So now I look for that before I look for a quarter, and super helpful. But that's pretty much what I carry on me at all times as far as tools go. Some people ask me about those credit card type tools. I've never had luck with those. They either break, they don't have the things I want on it, or they have things I never use. And also I carry too many cards on me at once anyway. I mean, all sorts of stuff, IDs, security, this, blah, blah, blah. Way too many cards on me. So those have never worked for me personally. But I think multi-tools are something that you can just throw into every bag you've got and not worry about it. But if you are traveling, just remember you cannot carry on anything with a blade. And even if it doesn't have a blade, even if it says it's TSA compliant, I have had some of those guys just take it and throw it out, and that sucks beyond belief. So I don't play games with that either. If it is something that I think will get flagged, if you're doing a checked bag, wrap it. Don't just put it in your bag. Make sure it's wrapped, I mean, with some kind of like, you know, bandana, something. So what they're worried about is if they reach in your bag, it could cut their fingers or something like that. So just make sure you have it wrapped in your checked bag. If you have something that doesn't have a blade in it, and says it's TSA compliant, but you're still worried about it, throw it in a backpack, put it in your bag somewhere, and it's way less of an issue. It's really when they can really spot it in just like your person that they have a problem with it. Usually if you're flying with gear, they're a little more like, yeah, whatever. But when it's on you, a whole nother story. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know down below if there's any multi-tools I should know about out there. I know there's like endless amounts, and there's probably some independent companies that are like out there that I've never even heard of that are super cool. I would really love to know what you guys are using. This, I just want to make a super quick video and just get out of here. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe and join the Discord. There's a lot of cool people in there that are just like you, trying to get some good information, share some work, you know, so go check that out, and don't forget to go to the rules and hit like or select, you know, yeah, I get it, and it'll open up the rest of the chats for you guys. We're up to about 1,000 members there, so this is crazy. And really quickly, I wanted to thank you guys for getting this channel to 50,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. So my name is Seth Miranda, Last Ex-Witness on all social. Check out my work on Instagram, yell at me on Twitter. Join me here on YouTube with a nice subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Later, guys.